I wasn't snooping. That's the part that still messes with my head. I found the phone because it wouldn't stop vibrating. It was buried under a pile of laundry in our bedroom closet, buzzing like something alive, like it was desperate to be noticed. At first, I thought it was just her old phone, the one she said she lost months ago. But when I picked it up, the screen lit up, and a name flashed across it that I didn't recognize. Her name is Rachel. We'd been together 4 years, engaged for 6 months. We were supposed to get married in October. We had the venue booked, the guest list finalized, the invitations already sent. Our lives were packed neatly into labeled boxes, waiting for the move into our new apartment after the wedding. Everything felt locked in, safe. Rachel had always been private with her phone, but not secretive. She'd leave it on the counter while showering, hand it to me to change songs in the car, ask me to reply to texts when her hands were full. So when I saw that second phone, my first thought wasn't betrayal. It was confusion. Why would she need another phone? I didn't open it right away. I stood there holding it, feeling like I was holding something I shouldn't exist. Like finding a door in your house you never knew was there. And then it buzzed again. A message preview appeared. Can't stop thinking about last night. My chest tightened. I unlocked it. The passcode was her birthday. That hurt more than it should have. Inside, the phone wasn't full of random apps or junk. It was organized. One messaging app, one email account, a photo gallery. That was it. No games, no social media, just a device built for secrecy. The messages were short, direct, intimate, not poetic, not dramatic, just two people talking like they'd been doing this for a while. Meeting times, inside jokes, photos that shouldn't have existed. There were hotel mirrors in the background of some. Others were taken in cars, in shadows, in places where no one would recognize them. I sat down on the bed. The room felt too quiet, like it was waiting for something. The earliest message was dated 9 months ago, 3 months before I proposed. I scrolled slowly. Each swipe felt heavier than the last. She wasn't just cheating. She was living a second life. The name in the messages wasn't saved. Just a number, but it didn't matter. What mattered was the way she talked to him. The softness, the excitement, the version of her I hadn't seen in months. I thought about all the times she'd said she was working late, all the weekends she went to visit friends, all the nights she fell asleep with her back to me. And suddenly, those weren't small things anymore. They were pieces of a puzzle I never knew I was solving. I didn't confront her that night. I couldn't. I needed to hear her voice first, needed to see if she could lie to my face, the same way she typed so easily behind my back. The next evening, we sat on the couch eating takeout. She laughed at something on TV, reached for my hand, and I wondered how someone could look so normal while carrying something like that inside them. "Did you ever replace your old phone?" I asked casually. She shook her head. "No, I think I left it at a cafe or something." She didn't even hesitate. That was the moment I knew. Not because of the lie, but because of how effortless it was. I waited 2 more days. Not because I wanted to, but because part of me was hoping I was wrong, that there was some explanation I hadn't considered. There wasn't. When I finally confronted her, it wasn't dramatic. No yelling, no throwing things. We were sitting at the kitchen table, just the two of us. I placed the second phone between us, like a piece of evidence. Her face changed instantly. Not confusion, not surprise, recognition, like someone seeing a ghost they were hoping would stay buried. "Where did you find that?" she asked quietly. "Answer me one thing first," I said. "How long?" She closed her eyes. For a moment, I thought she might lie again. But she didn't. Almost a year. A year. She'd been planning our wedding while sneaking off to meet another man, smiling in photos with me while sending him messages 5 minutes later, letting my mother hug her while she carried another relationship in her pocket. "Who is he?" I asked. She hesitated. "Someone from work." "Of course. It's always someone from work." "Do you love him?" I asked. She didn't answer right away, and that silence said everything. She told me she didn't mean for it to happen, that it started as flirting, then texting, then just one time, and then it wasn't just one time anymore. She cried, said she was scared, said she didn't know how to stop, said she loved me but felt different with him, more alive, more wanted. That part hurt more than the cheating, because I realized she didn't just betray me physically. She replaced me emotionally. I asked her why she kept the phone. Why not just delete everything? Why carry around proof of something that could destroy us? She said, because it felt like the only thing that was just mine. I stood up. I didn't yell. I didn't insult her. I just said, Then you can keep it. And walked out of the apartment. The wedding was canceled 3 days later. No dramatic announcement. Just quiet messages. Apologies. Refund requests. Awkward silence. Friends took sides. Some said people make mistakes. Some said I should have tried harder. Some said nothing at all. Rachel moved out. Took most of her things. Left the engagement ring on the counter. The second phone was gone. I didn't care anymore. Weeks passed. Then months. Life slowly rearranged itself. Not better. Not worse. Just different. Last month I saw her at a grocery store. She looked thinner. Tired. She smiled when she saw me. Not happily. Just politely. Like someone acknowledging a chapter that's been closed for a long time. We didn't talk. We didn't need to. Everything that mattered had already been said in silence. Sometimes I still think about that phone. How something so small carried so much damage. How a second life can exist quietly beside the first, waiting for the moment it can't be hidden anymore. People always say it's the betrayal that breaks you. But that's not true. It's the realization that the person you trusted most was capable of being someone else entirely, right beside you. So here's what I wonder now. If someone can love you and still choose to live another life behind your back, was it ever really love at all?